This is West Point. What class?
Class 76. Three years ago.
One of my friends did.
Oh, really?
I bet she West Point.
Which class?
He was in. So. All right. Tell us your name.
Anese Rivers Woodfork.
And spell it.
First name Anese, Anese. Rivers, which is my maiden name, Rivers. Woodfork, my married name, is Woodfork.
And you are the sister of?
I am one of 6 sisters of Reuben Rivers.
How do you spell Reuben?
Ruben.
Tell us about Reuben Rivers.
Well, what is it about Reuben that you would really like to know? When he was just a youngster, or when he was in service?
Just before he went to service. What kind of guy was he?
Reuben was a super guy. He was always good, kind, and in command. He was always trying to do something for others. And he really was good to his family, especially the younger ones, which includes myself. There were 6 sisters, and out of the 6 sisters, 1 was older than Reuben. All the rest were younger. So we are here today to sort of talk about my brother Reuben. Well, I did a lot of talking on Friday night, which I sort of enjoyed and was surprised because I was not expected to make a speech. But I could really talk about Reuben from now on. So am I allowed a certain time to talk about him?
How about, give me the best thing that you remember of him.
Oh, the best thing I really remember is when my sisters and I, we wanted to go on a little picnic. And my mother was not going to let us go because we were too young. So my brother Reuben said, I'll take care of them. Let them go. So Reuben was right there. He was just like a commander, taking care of us, taking charge. And at the time of this picnic, there were some buddies of his that had a little altercation of some kind. And when they looked and saw Reuben, that was it. It was like they saw the President of the United States. That was the way they treated Reuben. Reuben was always in command. He was always. And when he was in the CC camp, all of his buddies, they looked up to Reuben because he was even a leader there. And during his school days, he was also a leader. So it was something like Reuben that you would just look up to him. And I really loved my brother. Now, the last time that I saw my brother Reuben was when he was on his way back to Camp Hood, Texas. And a little muddy road. It was too muddy to even drive. So there he was having to walk about 7 or 8 miles back to a little town called Tecumseh, Oklahoma. And in that little town, he was to board the bus and go to Camp Hood, Texas. But this was really sad for me because I knew that he was going back to camp. And I was just a little teenager. But I stood there and watched him until he disappeared out of sight. Standing there with no shoes on either. I was just standing there looking at my brother. I was proud of my brother Reuben.
This record, this resubmission for the Medal of Honor is brought about basically because of racism at the time that he should have been the recipient of the medal. And hopefully this injustice will be rectified if it can be rectified in that sense. What do you see as the lessons in this for the youth of America today?
Well, the youth of America today really is, they are looking forward to better recognition. As a matter of fact, my brother Reuben, even though maybe he was not looking for recognition, but he should have received it. This is trying to correct a wrong, because this is long overdue. I feel that my brother Reuben should have received this medal in 1944. because he was killed in the line of duty in November of 1944. So that was December, especially the first part of 1945. My brother should have received this Medal of Honor at that time. But at that time, I think we all know that the black soldiers were not really recognized. And maybe nobody could really fight too much about it. But even though I was just a little teenager, I felt like fighting because I cried and cried and cried. Because I felt that my brother was killed fighting for his comrades and for a country that did not even give him recognition. So there he was, Reuben Rivers, died with honors, but did not receive honors.
What can the people of America do to help correct the injustice today?
I believe, even though this is long overdue, if they correct this, I believe we will have a better America. If this is corrected, even though it's 50 years late, we will have a better America and we will have better understanding with the young black men. Because they are very much aware of the soldiers who were there in World War II. We can start saying our fathers, our brothers, our husbands, our sons, they were all there fighting for a cause with no recognition. So if this is corrected, we'll have a better America. Don't you think so?
Yes. Yes, I do. Is there anything you'd like to add to this?
Well, I would like to add, maybe if my brother should receive this honor, maybe I'll get a chance to go see his grave, or maybe we can bring his body back to America. And if it should happen, I believe my brother, who I think is floating around in the elements, waiting, and he will be at rest at last.
Would you tell us your address so that we can get in touch with you? This is my notepad.
Sure. My address is 121 West 47th Place, Los Angeles 90037.
Yeah.
And my telephone number, area code 213-234-5451.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Miss Rivers and Miss Rivers.
Oh my God, there she is.